The Nuggets forced a Game 6 last night behind Murray's highlight-filled 42-point performance, and Mitchell had a team-high 30 points in the loss. Each player went 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. So, Skip, I'd like to ask you, how impressed were you by these two guys?
Shannon, it just keeps happening every night. Every fourth quarter is a shootout between these two rising stars.
Yep.
Who have both achieved stardom right before your very eyes. This was some special stuff. This is, can you top this clutch shot making from distance and acrobatics at the rim that are just spellbinding to me? And just quickly, speaking of the acrobatics, the shot that Jamal Murray pulled off at the end of the third quarter on the two-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
You could see this, the spin move. This is pretty extraordinary. Up and under and around.
360 in an actual game.
Yep. And right-handed back off the glass. Pretty special. And then with about 4 minutes left in the game, back and forth it goes. This is one more time. We get Donovan Mitchell going the other direction. And watch this thunder dunk. Boom. It's just like, I will not be denied. I'm going to impose my will back on the game that you just took from me. And I tweet this every night that I watch it because it happens every fourth quarter. Just me, that's the real Dame time. I keep waiting for Damian Lillard Dame time, and I'm seeing Donovan Dalla, and I'm seeing Dame time Jamal, because they're just going back and forth, and it's high-level, clutch shot-making, close games, down to the wire. One team pulls away at the end or the other does. And I've got to say, Jamal's been even more extraordinary than Donovan has. And I watched Jamal last year beat my Spurs with a Game 7 jumper at the buzzer. So it's not like he hasn't done it before. So look at what they've been doing in this series. It's now 3-2 Utah.
Correct.
5 games. Donovan's averaging 38 and 6 assists. Jamal's averaging 31 and 7 assists. And these are more shooting guards than point guards.
Right.
So Dame against your Lakers so far is averaging 24. Not terrible, but not what he was. It wasn't 60, 50, 40.
Right. He was averaging 39.
Right. And he's averaging against the Lakers 4 assists. So 24 and 4. And both these kids are averaging more assists, 6 for Donovan, 7 for Jamal, than even Dame is with only 4 assists. And in the fourth quarter, which is all in the end I ever really care about, Jamal Murray is averaging 14 points per fourth quarter. Now, think about that. That's 5 games averaging 14 a night in the fourth quarter. I mean, most guys score 14, and it's an okay game.
That's a great half.
Yeah, right. And Donovan Mitchell is averaging 15 points a night in the fourth quarter. And Jamal Murray in the 5 fourth quarters has made 11 of 14 threes. That is clutch time. That's Dame time to me that I still haven't seen from Damian himself. And Donovan, in the fourth quarters, has made 6 of 13 threes. That's 46%, which is pretty good. The other one's 79%. So, again, Dame had that flurry in Game 1. Mid-fourth quarter, he made 3 threes. But I haven't seen the consistent dominance that I've seen from these two young men. They're both 23 years of age. But, man, they have arrived before your very eyes. And they're putting on clutch shooting shows, the likes of which, man, it's been a long time since I've seen that in this league.
Well, to see it, could you go back, Skip? I'm going to have to go back to probably, I think it was 88, when Boston and Atlanta and Dominique and Larry Bird was going back and forth.
I'll buy that.
That was one game. This has been the entire series, because remember, they've had a game when both go for 50.
Yep.
They've had a game where Donovan Mitchell goes for 57 and Murray goes for 40+. So when you look, you're like, what can you do? Whatever one do, the other's trying to top it. It's like real legitimately going, yeah, we're trying to win the game as a team. And as you mentioned, mentioned the high level of assists that both guys are administering. But I'm going to get my buckets, because I'm not just going to let you outdo me. And you mentioned this. Donovan Mitchell has, in Game 1, he went for 28, 22 in the fourth, 6 in overtime. In Game 4, 18 in the fourth. Game 5, 12. Jamal Murray went for 10 and 10 in Game 1, overtime in fourth quarter. 21 in Game 4 in the fourth quarter. 16 in Game 5. He went for 33 in the second half of the last game. Skip, they're playing unbelievable. They are playing unbelievable. Now, they got guys now, Skip, that can just flat out get buckets.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way around it. They got guys that can just legitimately, and I'm not going to be surprised. I mean, it's been a while since we've had 4 or 5 fans, but we might get to the point, Skip, we're going to have 6, 7 guys averaging 30+. Because KD's coming back. Dame, Bradley Beal averaged 30 this year, Giannis. We're really going to have, 6 or 7 guys that can, because the guys can shoot it so good now. Back when Larry and Michael and them played, there were only a handful of guys, and they were specialists.
Yep.
All these guys can shoot the ball.
They can shoot
Got
it.
unlimited range. Can go. And what makes them so dominant, Skip, not only can they shoot the three, and that's another thing with Dame, he has unlimited range, he got mid-range, and he can get to the basket. What can these guys do? Shoot the three, mid-range, get to the basket. And they're very good free throw shooters. So
Very good.
I've been very impressed. I mean, for Donovan Mitchell to have 2 games, that's only happened twice. In the history of the NBA, Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson, 2 50-point games in the same series.
And I'm actually a little more impressed, as much as I'm impressed with Jamal, but with Donovan. Donovan's only 6 feet 1 inch tall. That's what he's listed at. And Donovan does not have Jokic, who's an all-star. So Jamal can lean on Jokic occasionally. Jokic hit the
big three last night, the dagger three.
It was from the corner, and he just ripped it clean. So, again, you've got that. And remember, Jokic started off the game and made 8 straight shots.
Had Jokic not, the game might have gotten away from him had Jokic not did what he, Joker done what he did in the first quarter. Because he kept them attached. I mean, he couldn't miss, Skip. He couldn't miss. And he cooled off. But then in the third quarter, they couldn't slow down Murray.
They couldn't. Now, he's 6'4", but you want to talk about will? You want to talk about killer will? Like, give me the ball and get out of my way?
But at some point in time, Skip, you see a guy heat up like that, you got to trap him and get the ball out of his hand. You got to make Millsap. You got to make Jeremy Grant. You got to make Dozier. You got to make some of these other guys beat you. I mean, excuse me, on his team. But you can, make Dozier. Make those guys beat you. Don't be no hero. We're going to play our D. Because you saw the Clippers. Clippers say, you know what, enough of this. Hardaway, Finney-Smith, if you guys can beat us on a consistent basis, we're going to live with that. We're just not going to let your superstar go off.
Well, Mike Malone said after the game with Jamal Murray that there are a lot of guys in this league who run from those moments. This guy looks for those moments, and he does. But both of these kids do.
This is unbelievable. This has been some great basketball. And I love the back and forth. I would like to see them guard each other. But, you exert too much energy like that. But for what Jamal Murray has done in the third and fourth quarter in game 5.
Extraordinary.
He's
Good
special.
point. Not shying away from the spotlight. Next up, guys, and I like this question, who had the better statement win? Was it...